Okay, here we are back in Legend of Heroes. Trails Cold Steel 4. We last left off, did the whole boss gauntlet thing, and yeah. I was pretty underwhelmed. Yeah, that huge epic battle, and no one even got hurt. Yeah. I wouldn't say the game is Cold Steel 3 bad just yet, but it's a very, very close second. That's a lot of people we're gonna have to talk to. And why is Dorothy there? To a degree, I guess I could understand Monk, but she's the one that really doesn't fit. She would be the other one that doesn't really fit.
Despite being a new model of ship, the system you see here largely emulates that of the previous Courageous. Our operations manual only covers the bare minimum. Should you find anything lacking, you'll have to figure it out as you go.
Understood. I'll make sure to pass it on to everyone else.
In total, it spans a length of 92 Arj, a considerable step up from the previous 74 Arj class. However, because the ship is so much bigger, you'll need to carefully watch the speed and engine output.
Ha! So she's a wild one, eh? Sounds to me like this girl's gonna need a bit more taming than the last one.
This terminal should give you complete command over all the ship's facilities and fire control systems. It comes equipped with anti-hacking measures, specially developed by Professors Albert and Erica Russell themselves.
You mean Mom and Grandpa made it? We should have no problems then.
Incredible. Every inch of equipment on this ship is state-of-the-art.
So, did you notice he didn't line up there? They used the real-life measurement instead of the fictional one?
And that computer's one of the Epstein Foundation's next-generation models. Weren't they only just developed?
That's right. And its hull has the latest innovations in hydrodynamic engineering, courtesy of the Ruhr Institute of Technology. Plus, it seems to be outfitted with ZCF's newest next-gen orbital engine, too.
It only gets more and more unbelievable every time I hear it. Just how did you manage to construct a cutting-edge ship like this abroad in total secrecy, without anyone finding out?
In 3 months, no less.
As I stated earlier, there are a great deal of individuals who helped me make this happen. Such as Mr. Gwyn here, for instance.
The story here goes all the way back to right after the Civil War. Considering the way it ended, His Highness decided to approach me for some advice. He had me prepare this ship for him, all in anticipation of the day when the Crimson Wings would be torn from the sky.
So that's why.
Huh. I do remember His Highness mentioning something about you being his advisor.
Still, for the construction site to be located on the Kingdom of Liberal's Valeria lakeshore, and on top of an old Ouroboros secret base to boot, talk about a plot twist. You're referring to the research facility that the Faceless constructed during the incident in Laboral. I heard that after the dust settled, it was handed over to the ZCF to manage. It does seem like Grandpa and the others used it for some kind of research. So not just Gwen and Professor Schmidt pitched in, but Professor Russell and Her Majesty Alicia, too. Whereas Cassius and the Crown Princess were none the wiser. If you want to fool your enemies, you gotta fool your friends first, huh? Classic. As for funding, in addition to His Highness Olivert, Gwen and His Majesty Ugent also contributed from their personal holdings. But perhaps the most unexpected benefactors were Father and Marquis Ragnar. Indeed, quite a cunning play by those two. I imagine that keeping this from the Elberets is all in the name of avoiding the eye of the Intelligence Division. Yes, the same with the Cayennes, right? And so the Third Wing was complete, independent of the government and the Viceland Army. Of course, when I said we were preparing for our wings to be torn away, we only expected they would be commandeered by the government. To be perfectly frank, the thought they would be physically torn apart never even crossed my mind. This isn't a laughing matter for the record. Indeed, just being alive is reason enough to give thanks to Adios, even at the cost of a left eye. Your Highness, I hate to ask, but what's the prognosis? A full recovery doesn't seem to be in the cards, unfortunately. But as a musician, I'm just grateful that my hands and ears made it through in one piece. I suppose I have them to thank for that, eh? So you owe your life to George's inner turmoil and the whims of that phantom thief, huh? You have an unbreakable spirit, Your Highness. Don't sell yourself short.
This is...
I underestimated them. Shara, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Ein. Looks like I messed up.
Goddess, please protect my daughter.
You have 15 seconds until the hull collapses. So before then, I will offer you one final wager. A gravitational barrier will appear on the bridge for exactly 24 seconds. Let's see if you can come back from this.
Ah! Adios, help us! You gotta stay calm.
Get down and brace for impact!
Over there!
Damn! The gravitational barrier!
It's not gonna hold.
Don't give up just yet!
Was I a moment too late? Nay, surely a flicker of hope yet remains. Can you still be plucked from the jaws of Gehenna? Show me just how far that luck of yours will take you, my dearest rival.
I still can't believe that our friend, the Phantom Thief, saved you from all that wreckage. Guess his parlor tricks are good for something if that's what he used to spirit everyone away in one piece. No wonder they couldn't find so much as a single body. On top of that, he healed His Highness, the crew, and even the Viscount's grave wounds, didn't he? That's right, I was injured too, but somehow I made it out relatively unscathed. When the Viscount jumped in to block the hole in the barrier, I couldn't even use my arts to help him. I never felt so worthless in my entire life. I'm sorry, Laura. I dropped the ball when it mattered most. Like I've told you, Toval, you have nothing to apologize for. I'm just relieved you made it out alive. I'm sure Father shares my sentiment. Well, if you say so. I admit I thought Viscount Arcee had more or less invincible. I was stunned speechless to see him in that state. For him, losing his left arm means he'll just swing twice as hard with his right. Power is but an extension of oneself, and what is a sword if not power wrought in steel? But ultimately, it's not the might of one's blade, but will and spirit, strength of spirit that decide the battle. The words of his lordship from the Infernal Castle 2 years ago. So ridiculously cool. Okay, Edgelord. Given who we're talking about, I expect he'll only emerge stronger from the experience. If that's the case, this could well become the most difficult trial we faced yet. I'm inclined to agree. It'd be prudent for us to account for every contingency. There's also the promise we made with Lloyd Estelle and the others. True that. We can't let them best us. But what exactly is Rose up to? Sorry about my grandmother, she has a way of being evasive. I definitely was a little surprised by how sudden that all was. If it involves the rivalry, though, the only thing to do is go check it out, right? The previous evening. After Ray and the others had been shown around the Courageous II, of which they boarded at Prince Oliver's invitation, they began discussing what they needed to do now that the war would begin in less than a week. As they spoke, a message from a rather surprising party arrived at the conference room.
For those of you who have not yet had the honor, my name is Roselia Milstein. I am the elder of Erebonia's Hexen clan. Emma and Vita are my disciples in the magical arts. It is a pleasure to finally meet you, Prince Olivert, as well as the storied children of Crossbell and Liberl.
How do you do? Until this moment I'd only heard of you through rumor and legend. I've heard that you watched over the line of Erebonia's foundation by Arnor the First, is that true? Actually, that was my predecessor. It was Emperor Hector and Prince Straggles who I was best acquainted with 800 years ago. I cannot say the family resemblance is all that strong in you, but you definitely have a familiar fire in your heart. It's quite an honor to hear you say so. I've heard about Roselia from Ren. 800 years old. Even seen it with my own eyes, I can't quite believe it. I've heard a few things about those of you back there as well. Glowing tales from Ragnar and Zeit both. Wait, what? Ragnar? For real? We haven't seen Zeit since. We spoke shortly before they vanished. Even I have no idea of their whereabouts now, however. That's a shame. From the sound of it, Cassius doesn't know either. Ragnar, the ancient dragon, and Zeit, the divine wolf. Two of the beasts entrusted with overseeing the Septarians.
Indeed. Beings sent forth by Adios, much like the holy beast of Earth. Thomas Lysander, second dominion of the Gralsritter. Estelle. Lloyd. I've heard many a rumor about your respective endeavors. As for you, Your Highness, I don't think we've had the chance to talk since you were last at the main campus.
And I think you, a history teacher, are a dominion of the Gralsritter. I must say, I was quite frustrated that I was unable to see what was really going on despite my ties to Kevin. I see, so I guess that means you heard about us from Kevin and Rias. Sounds like you heard about us from Wazy, right? Right, we're having all of them operate outside of Erebonia at the present. They're out there resisting Ouroboros and their allies working towards the Great Twilight in secret. The 1st, 4th, 5th, and 6th Anguis. Trying to remember which one is which. Those are the ones that have yet to make an appearance here, I believe. 6th is Novartis. I think 1, 4, and 5 haven't been revealed just yet. Seems the enforcers who haven't come to Erebonia are also out on operations. Looks like the intelligence division's been active in other countries too, making some pretty serious moves. The Red Constellation's main regiment and the War God too. The War God? So Uncle Sigmund is finally on the move. Okay, so they're calling Sigmund the War God now? Yes, Arios and Risha are responding to their actions. It's the same with Noel, Chief Sergei, and Dudley, isn't it? Hope they're all okay. To be honest, things are looking fairly grim. So much so that the Papal Guard has begun to act on its own and is cooperating with Operation Mille Mirage. I suspected as much. Now is truly not the time for them to be going off on their own like this. Even during the Night Touch affair 200 years ago, the Papal Guard managed to make a nuisance of themselves. For the time being, though, let's focus on the main issue at hand, the rivalry of the Seven, and... though it is unclear how. It seems the announcement that Operation Jormungand and Operation Mille Mirage will commence 6 days from now is connected to the spread of the disturbance in the Spirit Veins. What? Wait, does that mean it was influenced by today's events? The boss moving out might be related too. Yes, as well as my father, the Steel Maiden, and the others. This probably involves Mother and Sharon too. And Maria Bell, she seems to be working with Reinford somehow. are likely many causes, but now we have a different grave situation on our hands. Meanwhile, spirit veins across the entire continent have begun activating. It's no longer limited to the Empire. Wait, what the hell? The disturbance was initially a gradual ripple outward from the Empire, but seems to be matching the coming war in scope. Right, that's the Great Twilight at work. They need it in full swing for the rivalries to even be possible. I imagine even now they're preparing for the ultimate reformation of the Great One. If only there was something we could do.
The solution is simple. Use this ship to whatever end you see fit. The rivalry of the Seven appears to be the true objective behind this plan of the Chancellor and the Gnomes. That much we can safely assume. And yet, it is this very same objective that may be our sole hope in preventing the disaster to come.
You for real here? It's true that ever since this curse was unleashed, it's felt as though everything's being guided by some unseen force. With that in mind, it'd be near impossible to try and prevent the war altogether.
That's probably why Dad and Chloe opted for Operation Meal Mirage instead. But while we're on it, what exactly is this curse anyway?
We know full well the sort of strife a Septarian can cause. We saw so ourselves during the incident in Liberl a few years back. There, we had to come face to face with the same issues our ancestors contended with 1,200 years ago.
It was the same for us. We fought back against a centuries-long plan to artificially recreate a Septarian, one that had been lost due to mankind's own hubris.
Yeah, I almost made a really big mistake back then. But then Lloyd and the others came and made everything all right again.
In Liberl, a ring that could grant any heart's desire, and in Crossbell, a tree that could rewrite destiny itself. Each one a blessing, yet each one a curse. But in spite of that, Estelle, Lloyd, and everyone else faced them head-on. They didn't lose heart even once.
Therefore, discovering the truth is your responsibility now. It's not something Estelle, or Lloyd, or even the rest of us can accomplish. Only you, Class 7 of Thor's Military Academy.
The Empire's facing threats both on its surface and behind the scenes. You're no strangers to kicking tail on either of those fronts. I can't think of a more tenacious bunch out there. The way I see it, you guys are the only ones who can do this.
It's up to us then. Naturally, the Courageous Two has its own missions to see to. We must travel around the country helping people and gathering allies. Even so, I have no doubt that we can still serve as your wings of passage. More so with the Merkaba out of commission. After all, the difference in size should be more than enough to fit, say, 2 Divine Knights and 4 Panzer Soldats?
Olivert.
You've put so much thought into this. We appreciate it.
Then Thor's Military Academy's Class 7 would be honored to take you up on that offer, Your Highness. We'll do everything we can to assist you in your efforts as fellow members of the Radiant Wings.
We'll help too. It's only fair after all you've done for the branch campus students.
If you ever need someone to make that ship purr, I'm your gal.
Fabulous! Delighted to have you. You see, we've been rather lacking in the crew department.
Well, I sure as hell ain't sitting this one out. What kind of instructor would I be otherwise?
Count me in too. I mean, we're finally all back together again.
Like we said, we're gonna be off doing our own thing, but we'll still be helping out.
Same with us. We'll be catching a ride on the Bobcat too after we're done here.
Now that you mention it, you did both say you'd be working separately.
Yeah, the plan is to cover Eastern Erebonia, North Ambria, and Jirai.
You mentioned getting in touch with HQ in Le Mans. Guess that means you guys are heading out too, huh, Shara?
We are, though we won't be leaving the ship until tomorrow.
Sarah, Fee, you guys got things covered here, yeah?
Of course.
When have we ever let you down?
Call us if you need anything, okay? I guess this is goodbye for now then, huh?
Yeah, we've got some stuff to take care of back in Crossbell.
Don't worry. We'll be seeing each other again before you know it. In the meantime, let's give this our all.
Yeah! We got this, Yuna!
Right!
Seems like we'll be able to divide things up by region then. You should be able to just leave everything with the Merkaba Unit 8 up to Rosine, Gaius. I'll be arranging for its repairs at a nearby location. I really am in your debt, Thomas. Rosine, you too, thank you. No worries. Please, look after everyone. It will not be easy, but our shred of hope has come into view. The time has come for me to undergo my final undertaking. Grandmother? What do you mean, final undertaking? Listen well, children of Class 7. As noted, the spirit veins throughout the land are activating, and they are disordered as they've never been before. The same can be said for the shrines, the stage for the rivalries. This includes the Lunar Shrine, the only shrine we witches have overseen since ancient times. The Lunar Shrine? Isn't that close to Milsante? Yes, it's the location of the reflecting pool, and generation after generation of wandering witches have watched over it. This pool reflects the genuine truth, and it is believed to be connected to the origin of the Black Records. I didn't expect to hear those mentioned here. Yes, I myself was just told about it the other day. I suggest anyone interested in the real truth behind the curse to come. I swear on my true name I shall provide you the answers to your doubts, rest assured. A trial for everyone in Class 7 is what's needed here. Only Celine is left, yes? I'm going to need you to take your human form, Celine. Huh? Grandmother? Damn it, guys, that's why you can't have nice things. I'd say we stick him with a horse, but I want to leave that poor animal at his mercy. We thought the Lunar Shrine was a dead end, but there was more to it after all. This would be a trial for the entirety of Class 7. I'm reminded of our adventures in the old schoolhouse 2 years ago. You mean where everyone first met Valamar? Yeah, and then that crazy go-nuts corridor appeared at the end. Reverie Corridor. Knowing what we know now, I think that place is yet another sort of shrine. Don't worry, you'll be seeing Reverie Corridor in the next game. I don't know what my grandmother's intentions are, but we should prepare ourselves for anything. For crying out loud, why, I'm not even part of Class 7. Just admit it already, Celine, you're one of us whether you like it or not. This will be the first time we've seen your human form since the Black Workshop, huh? To gaze upon both Celine's lovely figure and the reflecting pool in the same day, what fortuitous timing! Once everyone's done their little tour around the Courageous 2, we can head for Lake Gala. It would probably be wise to land out on the water to put a little distance between ourselves and Milsante. Learning to switch between the silent navigation and optical camouflage modes is going to be critical here. Understood. Things are starting to heat up. Next, our plan is to head ashore, with each group making their approach from the target locations. Fortunately, Estelle, Lloyd, and the others are already a step ahead of us gathering intel. I'm sure they'll have hit on something useful by the time you get out. We'll be expecting good news, guys, but seriously though, take care of yourselves out there. Right, that goes for you too. It means so much to know you've got our backs. Class 7, it's time to make sure your preparations are set. We'll need every pair of hands we can get around the ship, so those of you in a position to pitch in, please do so. Absolutely, Instructor. Makes sense, even with everyone from the branch campus here, this is a pretty huge ship. Alright, it's probably best to make one more round just to be sure. Act 3, Seekers of the Dawn. The Courageous 2 is a newly constructed ship, but something about it feels nostalgic. Maybe I'll do one final sweep around the floor myself prior to departure. Right, I need to find everyone going to shore and wish them luck again. Each floor has an elevator you can move to other floors with. You can go to any floor you've traveled to with a quick menu. Many different functions. 4th floor computer, confirm and report requests. Wonder if I got all the books off the Merkaba if they moved here. 3rd floor train room, combat train. 2nd floor weapons, curios. 2nd floor cafeteria, magic dishes. 1st floor is herbal factory, and then we have the hangar. So yeah, I'm just gonna let those notes pour in for a second, and we're good to go. Now, I think we actually do have enough for a rank up. It's kind of hard to say. Ah, never mind. Okay, I wanted to see if there were exclamation points for everyone, and yeah, there are, so that's probably going to be the rest of this video. Instructor Ian, I hardly noticed you there. The ship is kind of okay, really. Pure dead brilliant, don't you think? Don't think I felt this exhilarated since the first time I rode the Derflinger. You know my heart belongs to the railways, but faced with a machine this beautiful, even I could be tempted to stray. I know what you mean, Pablo. I'm still having trouble taking it all in myself. I take it you three are running the bridge? We're at least trying to fill in where we can. We're sort of learning on the fly. Luis, Tatiana, and I will be heading up comms and observation. On the engineering side, we got me, Tita, Maya, and Sydney We got me and Tita, with Maya and Sydney manning the guns, with other combat tactics folks chipping in to help. Me, though, I'll be mostly holed up in the workshop. As for me, I'll be helping Miss Mint out with anything she needs. Sounds like you're all putting what you learned in your field exercise to practical use. Really proud of you all. Got the Pablo note. I have to say, I didn't think we'd be able to use the knowledge we gained from our field exercise in a real-life situation this soon. Pretty amazing, isn't it? I joined the Academy on a bit of a whim, but I've been blessed with fantastic friends and an incredible place to be. In any case, I'm glad I took things seriously at the Academy. By the way, it seems like Leonora is going to be the co-pilot. Flying a ship sure sounds great, but you cannot give the helm to someone with no Panzer Soldat experience. Anyhow, the ship is just too cool. Can't believe Miss Mint and the others are working on a grand plan like that without anyone else catching wind of it. Makes me prouder than ever to be a student of Thor's. So Angelica, what do you think? In a word, incredible. This is top-of-the-line next-generation stuff. I've never piloted anything this responsive. And equipped stealth capabilities on top of that, it's perfect. I don't know if we can ever thank Prince Olivert enough. Well, we can always repay his kindness by making full use of this ship. And stocking it full of cuties like Toa and Tita is a good start. Once we get them into the baths, things are going to be even better. It's like a dream come true. So you want us to thank Prince Olivert by enabling you. Makes sense. Olivert, Sherazard, I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm so glad you're both okay. Both of you here together, nothing can make me happier right now. Thanks, Alphen. I know I put you through hell. I'm sorry that I haven't been in touch. Honestly, Your Highness, I should have informed you before anyone. That was my failing, forgive me. No, don't be silly. With that wound, my brother wasn't going anywhere for a while, right? Thank you so much for helping with his recovery. Your Highness, you honor me with your magnanimity, truly. I have to say, getting Shara to feed me is definitely a memory I'll treasure forever. Although she did give me one legendary purple nurple, I suggested she ditch the spoon and use her mouth instead. Goodness. Help me, Adios. Olivier, you're about 3 seconds away from finding out what life is like with 0 eyes. Wouldn't have guessed it, but those two are much more intimate than I expected. Impressive. Looks like you're already finding your way around the place. Yeah, it really is an incredible ship. This isn't the first time we met, but I feel like I'd like to introduce myself nonetheless. I'm Reen Schwarzer. Good to meet you, Sherazard. The pleasure's all mine. I've been hearing a lot about you. Sounds like you've been to Gehenna and back more times than one, and you're not done yet, it would seem. Adversity? I assume that word's supposed to be adversity because that's not how it's spelled. Adversity seems to be the order of the day for those who call Erebonia home, but at the very least, it's made us a tough people. But no matter where we're from, I'm glad to be allies just the same, with Estelle, Agate, and now you. You bet, I've got your back. We've been preparing for the worst for a long time now. Just between you and me as the Silver Streak, I don't want to be outdone by the Purple Lightning. Ah. Come to think of it, you've been pretty focused on that for a while, haven't you? Well, yeah. Despite us being the same age, she was the youngest bracer ever to reach A rank when she did. She's always had a reputation as a force to be reckoned with. Even Cassius relied on her. It did make me a little jealous, I have to say. You're both so fantastic, though. I really admire you, Shara. You know, even though Sarah is my former instructor, we have a close relationship as friends now. I can believe it. Once I came to Erebonia and the two of us actually met, we immediately hit it off. We both like drinking, and our overall situations are fairly similar too in some ways. Your interests and those of the masculine persuasion couldn't be any more different, though. That's right, she's got a thing for silver foxes, eh? Though I hear the winds of change are starting to blow across that particular plane. Wait, I don't recall telling you about any of this. Sherazade is so gorgeous, but she has a really cute side, too. Don't worry, you two, I'll sort this out like a proper sister should. Or maybe it's best just to leave it to them. They are adults, after all. Holy crap, how many of these things are there here? What's that? I see that curious glint in your eye. This here is our true trump card. It's what makes ultra-long distance communications with the Arcus 2 possible. It's an artifact known as the Sonorous Seashell. Mr. Debaucherous Prince snuck it in. Incredible. It's a delightful little device I discovered in some ruins on a visit with the Bracer Guild. That was about, 10 years ago now? It facilitates ultra-long distance communications in a snap, and it's even able to bypass orbital comm restrictions of all shapes and sizes. It's currently in use as a repeater router, per Toval's suggestion. It's also linked to your Arcuses via the Round of 7 app via the Foundation made for me. Its capabilities are almost mind-boggling. And if the ship control tower is set up with this, then we'd have flawless connections with everyone involved with Radiant Wings. As someone who will be involved with operations, I have to say I find it hard to believe its capabilities are even possible. I'm with you there. I guess artifacts don't need to be deadly to be powerful. Speaking of that, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought the Septine Church collected all artifacts that are still functional. About that. After a bit of a discussion with the Gralsritter, we managed to come to an agreement of sorts. Our possession and usage has received tacit approval on the condition that we abide a number of itty-bitty rules. Olivert. So fortunate are we that a man of his eloquence and skill walks upon this earth. At any rate, it seems like Cedric is drifting further and further astray. I'm starting to fear that maybe we really can't go back to how things were. Your Highness. Come on, that can't be true.
I'm just as glad as you to see him alive again. But feelings such as that are only for the weak! We're ending this world and creating a new order in its place. And an undertaking this great leaves me no room for weakness!
Those words were proof that he's pushing himself too far. His infatuation with Chancellor Osborne is pretty clear, but I honestly doubt his resolve as one of the Ironbloods is really so firm. Or as a Divine Knight Awakener, for that matter. I'm inclined to agree. Brother, you silly fool. All we can ever do as people is work with the opportunities in front of us and never give up hope. Besides, it's still need to meet him properly just as I did the princess. He is royalty, after all. If it's a family meet and greet you're after, Shara, you need only ask. Yes, there's mother, father, too, if he's recovered. Let's just take it down a notch, shall we? My brother and Sherazade are both so strong. They also relate, it's like I'm floating on air. Damn it. I couldn't even move there for a moment. There we go. I'm eager to visit my father as well, but I know I must proceed carefully. I'm sure a chance will present itself soon. Is this the way out? Ah, that's the elevator. I'm actually getting a couple of these because I seriously know there's going to be some scenarios where I may need the 20 CP. It may not be in a fight, like a boss fight, but there are times where I'm trying to scan stuff rapidly, and why the hell is Selene in the party? She has a little bit of a combination of status immunity, but nothing really to write home about. Deva. Beowulf. She's got the Holy Rare, or the Holy Breath Super Rare. She's actually pretty fast. Well, compared to the... Now you can't even see Joshua and Estelle anymore to see how slow they actually were. It was pretty bad. Instructor Reen. Reen, taking a tour of the ship? It's been some time, hasn't it? About 2 years already, if I'm not mistaken. Right, I think the last time we saw each other was that board of directors meeting at the main campus. I was sorry to hear about what happened to the 7th Division, but I'm glad to see you're safe. Yes, no doubt thanks to the guidance of Idios. I admit it was difficult to watch the 7th get disbanded, but it ended up working to my advantage. Thanks to that, I was able to slip away and rendezvous with the others in time to help the creation of the Courageous too. You can never really tell just where life's current will sweep you next, right? That aside, have you not been able to contact Father and the others either? I'm going to be contacting him and Aurier in a short while. Before I do, though, I'd like to get in touch with Uncle Zex and Neidhart. I see, no doubt they're struggling with their positions, General Craig included. So I've heard, but they're still Imperial soldiers, that hasn't changed. Once Operation Jormungand begins, they'll most likely be deployed as the main force in the rear guard. And if they are, even Operation Mille Mirage is sure to face stern opposition. Right, if Uncle Zek's stratagems are combined with General Craig's unmatched power, then even the valorous Le Guin and tactical genius Cassius could be outmatched, yeah. The conflict might already be impossible to stop in any official capacity, but I'll do what I can behind the scenes. If you could somehow buy us time on an official front, you would have my deepest gratitude, Lieutenant Colonel. Instructor? Of course. That reminds me, I'm many months late in saying so, but I wanted to thank you for mentoring my brother. I'd like to ask that you continue providing him with guidance, so that he may one day grow into a strong, independent man. Mueller? In my book, Kurt's already there. But I hear you, as his instructor, it's my responsibility to continue leading him as best I can. I mean, you're dead, Reen. Perhaps I'll go find a suitable hole to go crawl in and die of embarrassment now. It's nice to see Mueller again, but being around him also makes me feel a little impatient. His swordsmanship skills and the way he carries himself are so well refined. I'm still so far from closing the gap between us, but I won't get anywhere being hasty. Just need to make steady progress in my own way. It's also been quite a while since I've seen Neidhart, at least a year, I think. And to think that Princess Claudia's personal guard didn't seem to be with her. Perhaps she's serving Operation Mille Mirage in a more direct capacity then. Well, no matter, I'm sure I'll run into her at some point. Is he talking about someone else from Liberl? There's this woman, a major in the Royal Guard, who he's... Julia. Kurt, as a member of the Vander family, you do well to avoid speaking excessively right now. Right. Forgot her name, Julia Schwartz or something like that? At least they have signs on the doors. So the strategy conference room and training room are on this floor. The third floor contains the conference room and training sector, as well as a recreation area, lounge, and bathing facilities. The training room cannot be used yet, but appears to provide a good variety of combat training. People sometimes meet up in the bathing area, and washing up will restore HP, EP, and CP. How about assault points? And what about BP? Huh. And those are the same things as up there. We'll bite the bullet here first. Jessica, are you sure you don't want to go talk to Angelica? It's fine, she's still getting to grips with the ship's controls. I don't want to interrupt. Besides, I already messaged her after we infiltrated Leaves. Glad to hear it. It's been a while since the three of us got together, huh? It's a shame we can't go hang out at Rosette like we used to. Agreed. I can go for a stack of pancakes right about now. We'll get our chance. We'll all go together once the war is over. And a lot more of Crossbell to show you girls, too. Then I'll return the favor with a tour of Ruhr. And after that, you two can come to Rimaferia. We can go on a road trip all around the places we grew up. The girls from the tennis club are such great friends. I'm almost a little jealous. I'm glad you three get to see each other again. Same here. It's just like old times. I'm truly grateful to Prince Olivert for giving us this opportunity. And we get to stay together as courageous two crew members. So let's work extra hard. We won't let you down, Instructor Reen. Thanks. It'll be a big help having you on board. And I assume that's all three of them as one. Nope. Glad we're back together after over a month of Thor's group being scattered all over. The real challenge starts now, but I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm committed as you are. Can't get around her. I know which I'm more excited about. You giving us a tour of Crossbell or Jessica showing us around Ruhr? Maybe I can convince them to visit Rimaferia after graduation or repay the favor. This is going to be so fun. Having the three of us together again like this is making me miss life at the branch campus. We've got to end this war as soon as possible. Let's give it our all. And the cat's trying to get up on the microphone. Reen. How's it going? Are you guys talking to Major Irving about the handover procedures? Yes, the ship is a new build. There are many things about it we don't understand. That's why I have the manual in hand to read and check as I go. Sounds tough. Keep up the good work. Under normal circumstances, I should be helping out too, since I'm part of the branch campus faculty and all. Well, you got a trial from Rose coming up at Lake Gala, don't you? You can just leave this up to us, then. Just make sure you're prepared, got it? To be honest, I'd like to go too. But it's only members of Class 7 that are allowed to, right? It's kind of frustrating, to be honest. Sorry about that, Toa. I'll be sure to head straight to the ship with the trial results. Will you be heading down after the handover procedures to meet up with the rest of the main campus students, Major Irving? Right, I plan on also serving as their backup, at least for the time being. Let's keep in touch then, and it'll help us maintain a shared branch campus mindset, so to speak. Of course. Thank you very much. We'll do so great, the principal won't know what hit her. I was a little surprised they didn't have the main campus students in here too, you know? To be honest, I wish I was going with you, but that's how the cookie crumbles, I guess. Please be careful out there, okay, Reen? Just leave the ship to us. Make sure you're ready to take on Rose's trial, got it? Schwarzer, I want to speak to you about Major Claire. Right. We only saw an image of her on the Pantagruel, just like the Chancellor and the others, though she's probably carrying out some pretty important tasks in a different area. Yeah, she's likely working to finalize the railway's usage plans in preparation for Operation Jormungand's start, as well as carrying out her duties as part of the Ironbloods. Right. I know her, and I can only imagine how much losing Orion must have hurt her. It's not really my place to say, but please do what you can for her. If things keep on going this way, she won't be able to handle it much longer. Understood. I'm not sure what I can really do, but as one of the people who cares for her, I'll do everything I can. So I ask. I'm in your debt, Schwarzer. Got Michael's note. Schwarzer, I'm in your debt. I'll leave things in your hands. Let's continue to stay in contact so we might maintain the spirit of the branch campus. So, is Altina's last name Orion too? The one he was referring to was Milliam, if you didn't know, and yes, Altina Orion. And say what you will, Milliam had it coming. This looks like the men's bathing area. Previous Courageous only had showers. Guess that's one benefit of a larger ship. And we have a trial at the Lunar Shrine where the reflecting pool is. I'd probably better go ahead and wash up now. Sinus already gave me permission to use it, so I might as well head in, right? Whoa, there's separate facilities for women and men, and they really went all out on the changing area. Alright then. Is that you, Reen? Hey, Elliot, Machias. Guess we all had the same idea. Yeah, we're just starting to get a handle on the ship's function, so it seemed like a good time to go wash up. Mind if we join you? It does seem pretty spacious after all. Of course. Want to head in then? This is pretty amazing. It's like a full-scale bathhouse. It's almost too lavish. Could it get even more luxurious than this? Was it Professor Schmidt that designed this ship? Him and Professor Russell from Laboral. It seems he was one of Professor Epstein's 3 main disciples. This may have been one of his suggestions, since he seems to be pretty well acquainted with His Highness. Tina's grandfather, right? I could see that happening for whatever reason. I see we weren't the first ones to come up with this idea. Usus. Gaius and Crow, too. So every single one of us wound up here. Looks like we're all of one mind. It's not like there's enough room for all of us to squeeze in, and our first bath on the ship should be a bonding experience, right? In case you're wondering, there are dogs walking around outside, so that's why you may hear that cacophony in the background. Beyond the skies, how far we've come. Yes, it does feel like we've come very far. Know what you mean. Kind of a surprise to see everyone here like this. For crying out loud, why the hell are you getting so mushy? I mean, we're on a brand new cutting-edge ship here. You gotta get more excited, man. Looks like there's a scar in his chest. And while we're all here, let's get talking. The filthier the better. It's time to air out your dirtiest jokes and fetishes. But why on earth would we? Absolutely ridiculous. There's no reason at all we should participate. Come on, Crow. We're not students anymore. Wait, Crow never graduated. Maybe we should consider him a repeat student. Hey, who gives a shit about that? It's time to take it off, guys. Pretty damn sure guys will be the winner, but you never know. Some guys like Elliot are. Whoa, whoa, what the hell are you saying, Crow? Crow, this clearly isn't a dignified conversation. Yeah, what if a girl was sitting nearby and overheard you say something like that? But would respectful behavior be in character for any of us? I'm just gonna take in the scenery and enjoy the water. And we get Unity for that. Okay, so yeah, the dot moved. Oh, you actually can go in through the women's one. So I'm just gonna hit high speed. Hopefully the game didn't crash there because it looks like it stopped moving. There it goes. Ah. Aw, no. I think it stopped at yeah, Elisa. did we get ashes? I don't remember. Yeah, we had to have.
Okay. Now.
So real quick, hold on a second.
Now.
They have him in the group? Yeah, for old time's sake. Eh. Eh. Thing I did want to look at, though, before I got so sidetracked. Oh, you have our alternate color ribbon. Yes, we did get it for Ash. So it's actually faster to do this on the women's side. Well, there you go, we even get Oliverts. I don't know if Celine really has one. Elliot, Laura, Machias, Emma, Eustace, Fee, Gaius, Olivert. So now we need to pick up at Sarah. Okay, so he's not actually in the party here. That's what confused me a little bit, because I went to the end, he wasn't there, but he's in the list. So it's possible we could get some of the girls to show up for theirs, like Elise or Alphen, if they get costumes like that.
Ah, man, I needed that.
Anyway, with that out of the way, let's put the band back together. That's 1, 2, 3. We're gonna put Randy. Randy may have uses. I don't remember what she does though. Actually, do any of the others matter? Like, there's a small case made for Altina, but... Actually, yeah, we want Yuna and Kurt. We can make do with this group. Yo. Hello, instructor. Hey, guys. Heard these two know each other from way back. They both grew up in Jirai. Must be nice for Stark to finally see his old friend again. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I'll go. No, by all means, come join us. Is that alright with you, Crow? Sure, too much nostalgic talk makes me uncomfortable anyway. Besides, I gotta ask old Reen here all about how you're doing at the Academy. What do you say, Reen? My boy Stark giving you any trouble? Reen's kind of a big shot in the combat logistics team. Real impressive given how much of a crybaby he used to be. Crybaby, huh? It happened when I was 8 years old, but I've changed a lot since then. I mean, I should hope so. Honestly, though, I think you've grown even in the time since I last saw you. I hear that you left Crossbell. After you left Crossbell, you ended up helping to complete the Courageous too. That's right, Becky got in contact with me and told me what was going on. Well, you were always pretty sharp. Good at keeping secrets too. She made a good call bringing you in, especially since you had an idea of what Yuna and her pals were up to. You managed to get a hold of a lot of stuff about C the way back when... Damn man, it's almost creepy how good you are at this stuff. Speaking of C, do you still have the mask you wore back then? If you don't mind, I'd like to take a look at it. I second that, it's been a while. Are you guys making fun of me now? Come on. Stark's got some nerve making fun of me when he hasn't seen me in years. I have to admit I'm happy to see him no matter what. Crow never really changes, does he? No matter how many years pass. Strong, kind, funny, not to mention cunning and a little crafty too. Actually makes me feel more at ease somehow. Hey instructor, what can I get you a drink? Freddy, I thought you'd be in the cafeteria. I checked out the facility, sure enough, but there's no need for 2 cooks. I left Sandy in charge there for now. Besides, I can do some cooking just as well over here. Kenneth from the Imperial Fishing Club left me all sorts of fishing supplies and the like. So if you want to train some fish, speak with me, just like back during the field exercises. Sounds good to me. Say, aren't you hungry? I can make you something to snack on. What are you thinking of whipping up? Let me think. Stewed bee larva, cicada fritters, and grilled pepper skink. Now, don't go drooling all over your nice clothes, instructor. I don't think there's any risk of that, so you're still got that penchant for including bugs in your dishes, huh? By some strange turn of events, my stomach doesn't really turn at the thought of it anymore. Freddy is a decent cook too. It honestly might be tasty, bugs or not. You've turned into a top-notch angler, huh? Looks like the Imperial Fishing Club owes you a prize. Here you go, your prize for catching 24 different types of fish. Sigma spool. I appreciate it. Looks like that's all the freebies you can get. If you need any more parts, you're always free to mosey on over to the shop. You've got stewed beef. Yeah, that's all. Repeats.
Hey,
Magic pussy.
what can I get you today?
So here you go, the Dynafil becomes... That's lame. I actually don't have any Paradise Pie. Go figure. Like, I thought the Dynafil was going to be this, and the Ambrosia would be this, but... Jeez. So yeah, a 600 EP heal isn't exactly something to sneeze at. The buff is okay, but not, like, game-changing. It's going to be like one spell, and that's it. Then you're back to swinging your stick around like a normal person, I guess.
Come, you've got good taste.
We'll grab a few pieces of bait.
Come again. You've got good taste.
So right here, I'm just looking to see if there's any new fish up for grabs. I have not found the marble snakehead, the glutton shark. And then we did the trade-in for these. Never even used that.
Come on, give it a try. You've got good taste.
Oh, yeah, there was something there.
Come again.
I consider myself fairly aware of what was going on with Mule Mirage, but between President Rocksmith joining the meeting and Prince Olivert showing up, I clearly had no idea what it really entailed. I know what you mean. The Prince managed to keep himself in the ship with such a well-guarded secret it even took me by surprise. I think our mutual friend over there will have some choice words about your bold declaration, however. Come on, Instructor Ian, don't be mad. I had a whole speech worked out, but now that I think about it, it might sound a little hypocritical. It would, given how you're far worse when it comes to trying to sacrifice yourself. It's just like Yusa says, with everything I've done, I'm in no position to criticize you, Muse. I'll leave that job to Elise and Alphen. Believe me, they've already made their feelings quite clear. Alright, I guess we're done here then. In any case, I'm just glad everyone is safe. We'll be counting you two for your help with the Lunar Shrine, but might take some time to relax before then. I intend to, thanks. Thank you, Instructor. This is the black tea that Eustace gave me. It's wonderfully calming. General Le Guin was right. I can't deny, I seem to have been giving Lady Muse a special treatment. I should take this opportunity to revise my attitude toward her. The trial at Lunar Shrine came precisely at the right time. I'm prepared. Ah. Okay, so yeah, that actually is a Vantage Master table. You could see the Zamel pen and stuff on it. Let's go over here. The old weapon nope, the training dojo area, I guess. Duvalie and Laura, huh? Straight to asking for a match, then. No, that's not the case. We both arrived at the training area independently and unexpectedly ran into each other. And you all will be leaving for that trial soon. I never would be so as boorish as to wear someone out before something like that. My bad, Duvalie. But I gotta say, it's pretty amazing we have such quality training facilities on a ship like this. I suppose you could say that if you really wanted to. The previous Courageous also had substantial facilities, but there certainly wasn't an area quite as spacious as this available. I find it irritating to always be receiving favors. So, as a training opportunity for you all, an Archaism belonging exclusively to Stahlritter, may present the Vanguard F2 Slipner. Is that a state-of-the-art Archaism from Ouroboros, like the one used at Hamel in the Naval Fortress? But are you still able to make use of them even after separating yourself from Ouroboros? Yes, it's specifically adapted for our own use. Sleipnir, come. Now that I see it up close, it is fairly intense. Going up against an Archaism like this does seem like it would make some phenomenal practice. I have another Sleipnir unit, actually. I wouldn't mind letting you use that one for training as well. While you're all undergoing your trial, I'll set them to respond to specific combat situations in practice. I usually just leave it in the hangar's reserve area, so feel free to use it as you like, even when I'm not around. Talk about full service treatment. We truly are in your debt, Duvalie, thank you. Yeah, why couldn't you use that stupid Archaism when we were, putting up with all that crap on the deck of the Pantagruel? Anyway, it's kind of weird that these are not netted in or tied down or something, because if you hit any turbulence, those suckers are going flying. These are at least secured. Those will go flying. Like, the weights are going to deal some damage, man. I also don't know why you'd be firing a gun inside his ship, but hey. Dang it. Well, this place is spacious, I'll give it that. Think I'll do some training, we can even spar together later. Sure, Zar, I heard you play Vantage Masters. I've been indulging in it to enhance my tactical skills. If you like, I suppose I wouldn't mind allowing a challenge from you. Guess I'll take you up on that. So now I can play against Duvalie. While you're training, I'll be preparing the Slipnir for drills. Can you come back again later? I accept your challenge. So is the Slipnir going to be like the dolls from the first game? Paladin.
Fight as you would a real battle.
You first. This is... Yeah, I'm going to put that one away. Restores 1 HP each turn. So I'm a little curious if that's passive or active. Ideally, the Paladin is probably just going to be reviving stuff non-stop. It's passive. Oh no. That's actually swinging? Wow. Well, perfect time for a Kyrie Bell to appear. So we can use the skill here to obliterate everything. And she's played her entire hand, so there's no reason for me to attack directly, but we do have to worry about the resurrection, which she's probably going to start doing. Like, strategically, oh my god, she has one of those. Strategically, much better off doing the revival stuff. Yeah, I have to shoot from back here, otherwise I die. That card is just too broken, man. Power, health, and quick. Like, I'm hoping it doesn't get to move immediately if she revives it, because if it does, this could be game over without me literally being able to do anything. Like so. And I really do have to kill this because it's just going to obliterate everything if I don't. And I imagine it's going to revive and just kill everything anyway. I have to do this to buy time. Personally, I'm a little bit more worried about this one. It's back at full health. Yeah, I actually need to start shooting him. The paladin, that is. I really do need the Tarbis, though. I have to find the other one. If she revives that Griffin thing, there's gonna be hell to pay. And truth be told, let's see, she could have another one of those binding cards, but if she did, she'd play it. So whatever she has, she just can't use at the moment. Yeah, I'm shooting into her hand. It cost 7 mana to use that. Since she had 6, I figured there's a possibility she had 1 at least, if not both. And now it's going to kill my healer. She could play the other one here. Or wait, she revived the one. She didn't draw it yet. She could have just drawn it now, though. I'm almost out of cards, so that means the other Tarbis has to be right here. And it's back. That's going to be a nice small deterrent against the one thing. And I can't put anything in the front row range because he's just going to kill it. 2 cards left. That could have hurt the Zamelpen, but maybe it couldn't act immediately. I actually want this one to go up. And I am going to bind this so that we don't have to worry about any of those stupid resurrections. Still within killing distance until the no revive because she burned too much mana. she has 14. Yeah, I can kill her here. Like, I'm really curious about the breakdown of her deck because that stupid fire card just kept coming back too damn many times. Like, I'm really wondering, am I better off making a paladin deck? That way I can revive my own stuff. This is the one that I'd edit. Okay, we have to go up here to pull these. I'm gonna pull a Blix for an Ultimus or two. I'm gonna pull the Foss cards. Actually, I don't even need this one here. The Earth one's pretty lame. Because we do need the healers. This one a shot. I want
Fight as you would a real battle.
her first. I wanted a lot of quick acting cards because I can just drop them and play them immediately. I'm gonna put the Tarvis away, and I don't have anything I can play immediately, I think. Oh no, I do. I should take this out here now. So one of the things I want to do is actually power up the Paladin here, so that way if he drops that fire card and swings at me, it dies in the counterattack on the first strike. I'm better off hitting this. Hitting this. We can blow up the Diarma in the back. And I will bind it now so I can hit it safely and take a commanding lead. I am not going to drop this because Crystal should be appearing next turn. I'd have to forfeit it, or... Yeah, I'd have to forfeit the crystal, which just isn't worth it. I can have the Zammelpin pick it up and then get another free turn. So right here's what I mean by I need one more power to kill a thing in one go. Okay, I thought the crystal would appear, but it's currently a no-show. I can end this here.
Ugh! This can't be happening!
So yeah, when you have something that can stand in its way and take it down, it's not nearly as bad. That thing's like the scourge of ranged attackers or something. Or just something that takes time to power up, that too. But yeah, if that fire card's gonna be appearing all over the place from here on out, the one card that I used to use, the assassin or whatever, is obsolete. We have to stick to the paladin, I think. This floor contains exits from the ship or to the deck. Seems I've got a cafeteria, sickbay, reference room, and some stores here too. Second floor comprises the shop and multi-purpose sector. Here you can find various stores as well as exits to both the front and rear decks. Various written materials can be accessed in the reference room, including the black records which have been obtained and add for the Merkaba in sequential order. So yeah, if you want to get the high Thor's Unity stuff, you actually have to open those. Holy crap, let's start over here. Hey, Instructorine. Hello. Hey, you two, taking a little break? Hells yeah, I'm liking this place almost as much as the Derflinger. We took a look around the other decks, but it's still hard to get a good grasp of all the facilities on board. Every facility is state-of-the-art, but they don't have a pool. I think that might be asking for too much. They got great baths, though. Maybe you can make do with them for now. Wait, I think that might actually work. If you took out the divider between the middle of the communal bath, there may be enough space to swim around. What an ingenious idea. That's a bad idea. Hi, Maya. Haven't you had breakfast yet? Of course I have, but... It's all on me, Instructor. The kitchen is just so fun to use. I wrote Maya into being a taste tester for the new dish I'm working on. It's happy to help, really. Even after a large meal, I can always make room for something different. It's pretty impressive. Actually, let's try talking to her solo. Whether it's dessert or a full course meal, I can always make room for it. Just don't worry, I can assist with taste testing any time of day. The new trial dishes are coming along swimmingly thanks to Maya, and it looks like Freddy's also getting pretty creative. I gotta bring my best stuff to the table here.
I recommend please come again.
Yeah, we're not buying any of that stuff. Celine? So this is where you've been. How's the milk on the Courageous 2? It doesn't matter where I drink it. Milk is milk. Just thought I should go into the trial on a full stomach. It's not a bad idea. But shouldn't you be in human form? I can be in whatever form I want, thank you. Besides, in my human form, this amount of milk would hardly fill me up now, wouldn't it? Alright, you made your point. Well, here's something you don't see every day. Didn't realize you two would come aboard the Courageous 2 as well. As escorts for Major Michael, yes, though we plan on returning to the surface before long. That said, I never could imagine we'd end up having to face His Highness so quickly. But at the same time, we've been well prepared to do so. This was as good an opportunity as we could have expected. That does make sense. So what's the situation with the Derflinger, then? Yeah, did the Imperial Defense Force and RMP end up chasing it down? It would appear the Imperial Defense Force doesn't deem us worthy of wasting their time. We managed to keep the RMP in the dark as well thanks to Major Michael. I think we all have a certain degree of freedom in our movements from here on out. Let's be sure to keep in touch, alright? Did you make sure to take down my Arcus number? I've already related to the communications team if not. Yeah, you bet I did. Man, I'd be blowing your Arcus up non-stop if it weren't for the stupid war. Oh, was there something specific you wanted to discuss? Nah, my main man here just wanted to hear your sweet, silky voice is all. Is that so? In that case, I respectfully decline. And bam, shot right out of the gate. Haven't even made an actual move yet. The more things change, the more they stay the same, for Sydney at least. Your name was Sydney, yes? So you're aware I'm not fond of trifling frivolous behavior. If it's not work-related, please refrain from using the Arcus to contact me in the future. Honestly, I feel like the whole war thing's gonna have you covered on that front. Looks like the main campus guys finally got their shit together at least. The branch campus can't start slacking either. It's time to get serious. By the way, thank you for inviting me here. It's a rare pleasure to get to chat with the students from the branch campus like this. Can't believe that the Arcus too could be used for something so insignificant. City's attitude so far off base from mine, we're hardly on the same continent. Why is Rex here? You're here. Is that Rena I see? Hey there, Becky. Been a while, hasn't it?
It's been a wee while, but the time's finally come! Say hello to the Becky Association's Courageous Branch! Looking forward to your patronage, troops!
Don't be silly, we're the ones who should be thanking you. Seeing her over the counter like that really does scream courageous though, doesn't it? It's like the Civil War all over again, all she's missing is Hugo rivaling it up beside her. Looks like he's off dealing with whoever he wants to now, as per. I'll have to prove him that his way of dealing with things just isn't right. Business isn't just about the profits. Yeah, I have empathy for the customers, too. It's good to see the Becky brand enthusiasm's never low on stock, at least. By the by, I plan on heading down from the ship soon after this. You can bet I won't spare any effort helping you guys out. We'll swap info again next time we meet, so make sure you come and find me. Besides, you won't miss out on those spicy new glamour shots I'm putting together, would you? I think I could stand to miss a few of them, actually. Let's just say we'll do our best and leave it at that. So we get the Becky note there. I see Becky's the same as ever. Guess I'll let them all off the hook for up and vanishing the way they did. Gonna disembark once I swap info with Vivi, but just remember I've always got your back no matter where I am. I'll be putting up some new sexy photos too, so keep an eye out for that. Becky and Rex haven't changed since their school days. That thought makes me feel strangely relieved. I heard the Empire's having some serious resource shortages. If that's the case, then it's obvious what needs doing. I can use my merchant network and get things moving. I'll get it done while I'm peeping in what Kleist and Co are up to. Been a while since I had a good challenge like this.
He's a shout and I'll get you what you need.
So, something for Roselia, Thor's armband, kitty ears, Mishi, lenses, a book. I think we'll do with 5 of those. Although I do need 10 of these. Sorcerer. Like, the cool thing about this one would be, like, late game if you have a Zamel pen, you can keep something permanently bound just by spawning crystals for it. And then once its attack power is high enough, you can literally just one-shot whatever it is, no matter what it is. Swordsman, that's the one that powers up as it kills stuff. I can almost afford these. At which point I don't need to splurge all the U materials on them anymore. Hey guys, welcome to the esteemed courageous branch of Nine Valley. Don't leave empty-handed. Rubbed my eyes in disbelief when I saw your shop sign. How did you end up setting the shop on board? The blondie reached out to me. I was downright floored when he hit me up about taking care of my personal armaments. But I didn't give 2 shits whether he's a ghost or not, as long as his mirror's corporeal or set. Got to see some cool stuff around here, so I decided to stick around for a while. Ever the shrewd businesswoman I see. That sword back there isn't secured. We're fighting against something on a whole different level than ever before. It's gonna be very risky. Having a weapon merchant on our ship will definitely come in handy. Got you covered, pal.
I got some good stuff.
So I need souffle pancakes for the dog tag for Randy. I don't know where that comes from. I'm kind of past the point of caring. We're missing the Earth Talisman and the Silver Coin. Actually, there's new stuff here. Genbu. So I need Poison 3, Petrify 3, and, yeah. So I do have the Sleep 3, so I can get Byakko.
Done already?
Who's using Sleep 3? I assume it's Kurt. Oh. Gaius, perhaps? Yes. Well, guys, thanks for holding on to this, but we kind of need it back now.
I got some good stuff.
There's Byakko. This one we need a holy rare, super rare holy breath. I keep saying that. Abnormal status, so it's like a bluster plus. It's all around just better. It's just I can't afford those U materials at the moment. We have the evade 3, but we need the Ixion Volts. This used to be like evasion 20% in Cold Steel 3, I think. They nerfed it though. Hold on a second. Okay, so yeah, you use one of each of these, and then you get a Surge of Evasion plus the Ixion Volt spell, which is pretty nasty all around. You have enough for the Impel Dryer. That's lame. Hades Gem is lame. Skanda is pretty good. This one is so freaking nice, man. Speedcast Time Arts, you get Lost Genesis and Art Power. And then you have this one just for a surge of speed. Problem though is it costs so many action 3s, you're only going to be able to get a couple of them, I think. This one's slightly better. In case you're wondering, since the crafts are dealing the strength and defense down, in turn that means more likely they're going to power themselves up as a result by lowering defense. There are a couple magical crafts like Muse has, but not too many. This one is just way too expensive. It really does need like a spell attached to it or something, because I don't see myself ever using this. Unless I get one for free. If you want to use 7th Caliber, I guess. This thing sucks. Sacred Mirror, Silverthorn Analyze, that's not too bad, all things considered. Momo, so you can charm or confuse. Or no, you just charm. That sucks. If it was both, that wouldn't be that bad. Not a fan of this one because those are defensive spells. Albion Wolf's always fun. Let's see, the 320 EP I wouldn't say is really that big. Although Albion Wolf I think is like a 500 EP spell if you don't have any reductions for it. Main reason why you want to use that is for the art stuff that comes with it. Yeep. Wonder if we can find anyone else to drop some Argent Gems. We only have the one that dropped from the quest. Okay. This one I'm tempted to get, just because it'll speed up me getting the other stuff other than new materials. That one, if I get it for free, I'll use it. This one I'll never use, so the Rakan's probably the best one here. Break 3 and Septium Vein, so I can free up a space on someone with that one. As for the water stuff, we have Seiryu, but I don't have the Freeze 3 yet. Sennin is kind of nice in that it makes you tankier, gives you Tyr and Athelas. Like, this is one of those times where the Magic Evade is kind of just there. Not like the greatest stats, but the spells are totally worth it. Hyosho, If it had a heal spell with it, I'd love it, but it doesn't, and this is just crap. Not really a fan of Suzaku. Like, I may use it on Reen or someone just because it can seal, but Burn is a little lackluster in my opinion. Mars Gem, crit rate 16. Holy crap. Like, this just blows rage away. This I'd love to get. Ingenuity on steroids. It's meant more for Alyssa, it looks like, because of the strength it gives, but the arts is still pretty good. Then this is a superior attack 3 quarts. I think we've been through all of them now. I need those wind ones for my dodge tanks, though.
Done already. Wanna buy something?
General Coat. So we lose on 15, but we gain so much more. So yeah, Reen and V have 150 speed, Emma has 126. Hilarious for the wrong reasons. This gives evasion, so it's good for... It's probably good for everyone. Laura loses on a little bit of stuff. Okay, so we have the Yaezakura. that is a massive attack boost for her. Okay, Joyeuse is for Eustace. Here's the Fractal Edge. Not like the biggest of boosts, so I may hold off on that because I'm running a little low. Yeah, kind of.
Done already? Wanna buy something? Done already?
Okay, we'll have to upgrade the stuff later. It was tough, especially since I had to get a hold of supplies without Mama catching on. But it was worth the trouble. I've seen some interesting stuff along the way. Mama told me once that following conflict a peddler wears is just the kind of thrill she needed in life. Kinda understand now why she loved it so much. That's good, I guess? There's Cerberus. Good to see you again, Cerberus. Sorry in stock again, I see. Don't overwork yourself, okay? The one honest face in this ship, what can I say? So, what do you think of the Courageous 2, Reen? Gotta say, the original might have been incredible in its own right, but this is about as cutting edge as it can get. Or as cutting edge can get. For a second there I thought that was a typo, but that could make sense. I heard they even put armaments through a fair bit of upgrading. Yeah, though His Highness didn't seem too hot about it at first. Hot or not, we're in for some pretty intense combat in the coming days, that's just a fact. Once we get to that point, basic deterrence just won't cut it anymore. Yeah, that's probably what clinched the decision to load up on the firepower. Sounds like they met some resistance from Professor Schmidt on the development side of things, though. I can only imagine. Professor Eric and Albert Russell were involved in this as well, right? Seems they had a tech expert from the Epstein Foundation come in around the download, too. Yep, the ship's got all the latest tech, save for anything the Verne Company might be keeping under wraps. In other words, you guys have got yourselves a pretty killer setup here. Make sure you put it to good use, alright? Got it, I'll relay that to His Highness and the other students, too. Are you going to meet up with Estelle and the others once you get down to the surface? Nah, let's plan on Lane Sherazar take care of that front. I'll be operating on my own for a bit, got a few things I want to check out. I'm sure you'll be more than busy enough dealing with all the rivalries, but do me a favor and keep an eye on His Highness for me too, alright? Of course, we'll take care of him. That your intuition calling? Feels like it's almost always on the mark at times like this. Just make sure you say hi to Ein for me, okay? Well, I haven't been able to get in contact with her yet. She must be talking about the head of the Gralsritter. I didn't know she and Toval were acquainted. Well, you need to read Carnelia, Reen. You know, Toval, you should really pay Mick a visit. Last time I saw him, he was grouching my ear off about how you'd gone and died without paying off all the debts you owed him. Well, no one could ever accuse the old man of being too sentimental. Yeah, I guess I can stop by. Maybe I'll even bring him a little gift to try and soften his tiny little heart. You know, Toval, you should really... it's just a repeat. Tatiana, I was wondering when I might see you again. And now you, Margarita, you're looking well. Guess I did hear that you two were old friends. Some sort of family connection, right? That's right. Dilettante families tend to flock together, as Tatiana's and mine have since times medieval. Though Tania's father is a Viscount, while mine is a mere baron, she never let that stand in the way of our friendship. Well, the Dresdens have always been tolerant of those from other social standings, too. Of course, and that shared tolerance is part of what's kept our family so close for all these years. It's a good kind of friendship to have. Beauty calls to beauty, after all. It was always our destiny to come into each other's lives. Just like me and Vincent and how we fell in love at first sight. Is that what happened? It's good to see you just as powerful as ever, Margarita. You're quite powerful yourself, Tatiana. I'm pleasantly surprised by how much more confident you've become of late. We must owe it all to the power of love. Love? Please don't tease me, Margarita. It really is good to have friends. And that's just the repeat. So yeah, you have to do this if you want to, will that make all of them disappear? I'm hoping that makes them appear in my list, otherwise I am gonna be freaking furious. Heartless Edgar. All of Heartless Edgar. So, out of curiosity, report book notes. I want to see if this does it.
I'll take a look.
Yes, I know she's right there, but that's the way the game
So
does
many.
it.
Thank you very much.
Send along your bonus reward. 3 Vitality Droplets, 4 Vitality Droplets, Unity, yada yada. Is there like a book list? Imperial Chronicle, Coco Panda. Okay, these are just the ones that we've picked up. It's not like the ones here, unfortunately. Still a little too early to be worrying about cooking, just to show you my recipe book. Where it is. So we're missing 7 dishes. Once I have them all, that's when I'm going to sit down and just knock them all out. Green! Hey, how's it going? Lindy, Vivi, I'm so glad you two are alright.
I was just about to say the same. Reen, everyone, it puts my heart at ease to see you all in good health. At any rate, it sounds like you're becoming quite the lady killer. Eh, Reen?
What? They haven't found any of the bodies? Oh, wait. They mean in a different sense.
So, any updates on your love life? Who's the lucky gal?
Vivi, please, I'm really sorry about this, Reen. It's okay, in a way, it's actually kind of comforting. Some things never change. In any case, I'm sorry for all the trouble I put you two through. If I'd just been a little more skillful in my command, things might not have gone the way they did. It's okay, guys, you have nothing to apologize for at all. If you hadn't drawn the enemy away with your Merkaba, there's no way the operation could have succeeded. Besides, it's about time we got some front-page limelight for once. It certainly was a rather dramatic appearance, to say the least. By the way, you're staying on the ship as part of the medical staff, right, Lindy? Where does that leave you, Vivi? Well, since I'm already here, I was thinking I could sign on as the Courageous 2's official photographer. I'm sure Rex can handle all the on-land coverage just fine on his own. What do you think? Great, that settles it. Happy to be aboard. Sure, good to have you. Looks like things are about to get a lot more hectic around here. Maybe we can strap her to the front of the ship or something. It's a relief to see that Vivi and Lindy are doing well. Looks like the Courageous 2 is going to be even more lively than the Merkaba now. Given that I'm already here and everything, I think I can see if they'll let me stay on as the Courageous 2's photographer. We'll be seeing each other lots, Reen. I caused you and Rosine so much trouble through my inexperience. I can only thank Adios no one got hurt. I would hardly be able to forgive myself if I brought harm down upon any of you. Rather than kick myself over what happened, I want to move forward and do what I can to make up for it. This isn't your way to carry alone, guys. Remember that. There we go. I'm so glad we made it in time. Also, I want to apologize for keeping my whereabouts a secret for so long. It's okay, Lynn. You got nothing to apologize for, especially with what I hear about you helping out with His Highness's treatment. So thank you. I'm really glad to have you with us. Me too, Rain. I promise I won't let you down.
Looking for medicine?
Okay, some of these are actually really good. You get the 30 CP, you get the heal, you remove your stats down, you also get strength. I can see myself using some of those. The defense one I'm not too worried about. It'd be nice if it gave art defense too, but... Oh wait, this one. Okay, this is even more broken than the other ones. So yeah, the way I think you may want to use these is if you can do a bigger buff afterwards to draw them out longer, or maybe have them... I'm not sure how that would work exactly.
Stay healthy!
They have 8 beds for all the people on this ship. Reen. Well, we finally meet again. Reen. Are you okay there, Dorothy?
Wow. I've heard rumors about that luscious silver hair and jet black outfit, but... This character development has my pen bursting with inspiration!
Man, that edgy new look is just not fair.
His voice sounds really off. I don't know if that's a different voice actor or if there's some sort of technical problem with his microphone or something.
You don't mind if I crank out a script for a new radio show based off you, right? Right?
It's business as usual with these two, as you can probably tell. No kidding, I'm not sure I've ever seen you guys ease up. That might have gotten a bit excessive, actually, even for me. Sorry, Reen, I got a little carried away myself. You don't need to apologize, I get it. This is kind of a lot to take in all at once. That aside, are you the one managing the terminal room for us, Monk? You know it. I'm a little busy with all my Radio Trista work, sure. You guys have way more on your plate out here. Can't imagine a single one of us out there wouldn't jump to lend a hand. Speaking of which, Dorothy and I just finished setting up the terminal. As so happens, the Imperial Museum approved my extended hiatus request. I'll probably spend most of my time in the reference room next door, so feel free to call on me whenever you like. You can go ahead and send all the data the branch campus kids have collected over to us. Battle and combat data goes to me, personal files off to Vivi, and any books and other written materials over to me. Okay, got it. Thanks for all your help, guys. It's good to have you aboard with us. That new look of yours really gets my mind racing, Rean. It's quite stimulating. But I just need to keep my imagination under control. Well, this is a whole kind of new unsettling from you, Dorothy. I'll hold on to the battle data. By the way, about that radio drama we were talking about. What's up? You'll find out. You'll be heading to the Lunar Shrine next, right? Hang in there, guys. Pretty obvious attempt to change the subject there, Monk. Whatever. What I don't know about Monk can't hurt me, I hope. The terminals carried out a connection for test for Pom Party. I helped a little. I see. You play Pom Party, right, Emma? Yes, sometimes. Reminds me, we haven't exchanged account IDs yet. We should play against each other if we have the time. Sounds great to me. So now we can take on Emma, and we have to see if the game lasts as long as the one against Chloe. Because that one was a bit of a brutal.
Let's begin the match.
We'll do that one. This one. Better off doing this one, I think. Setting the stage later. And it's far too early to hit her with anything. Yeah, this is actually a good one. So I'm starting to get a little nervous that these are going up before I can properly prep for them.
I win.
Okay, I thought she was reducing hers, but that was kind of stupid. Go there. How'd she get this up this high this early? I think I was cheating on us, guys. Crud, I meant to flip that one. I think I can still salvage it, though. Yeah, that was a pretty big blunder. I have to do this because I need access to the left side. That sucks. Okay, that screwed up that one. Yeah, that's actually fine. Catch.
Oops, I lose.
So yeah, I think the whole just spike him down strategy is probably the way to go. You've gotten a lot stronger since the last time we met, Kyrie. All that training you do must be doing you good. I'm noticing a considerable difference in, let's say, your deltoids? You can tell? That's great. And you're right, last time I took some measurements, my shoulders were at least a reach wider than before. See, work hard and you're bound to see results sooner or later. Wayne's got a real eye for details. I'll put on muscle mass easily, but if I try hard enough, I'm sure I'll see results. I'll train relentlessly, within reason, of course. Even under these circumstances, Kyrie hasn't fallen behind with his strength training. Gotta keep improving myself, too. I'm so glad to see that you're unharmed, Patrick. And I know Reen feels the same. Thank you, Elise. I'm happy to see you safe, too. Instructor Makarov from the main campus got in touch beforehand to apprise us of the situation, so I knew better than to worry, but still. I see, so that's why the branch campus students are all aboard. Right you are, clever as always. No doubt you were racked with anxiety over my whereabouts, chest tight with the pain of uncertainty, so I must apologize. Oh, Reen. Schwarzer. Good job out there, you two. Are you all set to head out, Patrick? Naturally, I just finished making the necessary preparations yesterday. Good to hear, honestly. I'd rest easier if I knew you were going to be staying aboard, but I feel the same. What's your game here, Schwarzer? Leave me alone with Elise. This isn't like you. What do you mean? It's not like I've ever specifically tried to keep you apart. What? I shudder to imagine what you'd do if that was your aim, then. Schwarzer, let me say this. I don't know how much of an ordeal this rivalry is going to end up being, but I will not under any circumstances permit you to disappear and leave poor Elise behind. Patrick? I'm sorry, I've been trudging around with an air of resignation without even realizing it. But you know, people might start getting weird ideas if you two spend too much time alone. Maybe I'll have you show me around the ship then, Patrick, if you're so inclined. Talk about doing a 180. It does my heart good to see your friendship thriving, you two. In any case, you're headed for Eastern Erebonia, right, Patrick? Plan on going down and having a word with some of the main campus graduates, I take it. Indeed, I've been in touch with Friedel, Loggins, and Lambert. It would seem that Clara, Polar, and the others are going to help us. Good to hear, they'll be a huge asset. Goodness, there really isn't anything that can stand with the united power of the Thor student body, is there? Please do take care of yourself, Patrick. Of course, I will return safely to your side, Elise. I mean, I'll be back soon enough in a completely platonic way, and then all three of us can catch up. Okay, sure. May luck be on your side, Patrick. Right, may Deus be with us all. I'd say that I can't go through the training. I'm good with a sword, and I'm confident that I won't hold you back, still. At least I understand how you feel, please leave this to us. Yes, I know that's what has to be done. Just please be careful out there. Right, I'll be sure to come out on top, I promise. Well then, I suppose I'll go meet Celestin before I head east. I want to confirm my father and brother's movements as well. I'll be back in a matter of days. I don't doubt we'll meet again soon. Just want to make sure that there isn't anyone up over there. So, do both sides lead to this, or how does that work? Yeah, even though it's actually... Yeah, there's just no way this would fit correctly. Okay, that's how you get out of the ship. Other than throwing Patrick overboard. This floor contains the hold in the workshop. We'll be spending a lot of time here. Cat's moving the microphone. The first floor contains the workshop and ship hold sector, and is the largest area on the ship. Orbit adjustments are carried out at the workshop, and EX orbs are made in the hold. We'll start over here. Working with Professor Schmidt has done wonders for your skills, Tita. I'm glad to hear the Orbital Gear 3 units are testing well so far. Thanks, I'm really excited about it too. Hey, you were an engineer on the original Courageous, right? I'm amazed you remember me. This is actually the third Arceo class airship I've worked on. I've been there right since the beginning. But this one is packed full of the most advanced technology Rhine for the Foundation's Ice Central Factory have to offer. Might well be my masterpiece. I only hope it proves worthy of what you and Asinus are trying to accomplish. Believe me, this has already helped us more than you know. Between you, Tita, and everyone else, Ice Central Factory has done a heck of a lot for us. Well, it never hurts to have a good working relationship with the likes of the Prince. Now that the hard handover is complete, most of the ZCF staff are going to be leaving the ship next time we land. But that means I'll be entrusting my masterwork to you, Tita. Do me proud. Got it, I won't let you down. Thanks again for everything. I think that if you just leave everything maintenance related up to Tita and Mint, you'll have nothing to worry about. Besides, Pablo Gustaf and those in military finance are also excellent. Thanks to them, I'm able to easily get off the ship. This Arsail class model is just so impressive. Can you imagine how difficult it must have been to create a state-of-the-art ship like this? But those efforts weren't for nothing. That's why we're here with about as incredible a ship as you could ask for. Honestly, I couldn't have asked for better.
Yes!
Okay, if we want... Oh geez, we can't even make a Petrify 3, you have to make those small ones and then upgrade them using new materials. Yeah, I don't see that really happening. Like, we can do the EP Cut 3s provided we had enough material, but we don't. Okay, those
Come
three are
back
all
soon.
set.
Yes.
So we're gonna get Kagezakura. So you have the Night Air thing, it has the Zakura like cherry blossoms and Kages and shadow. Polaris Cane. Zenobia. I was kind of curious if there's anything new here, but probably not.
Come back soon. Yes.
Oberon. Yeah, this one was pretty crappy with its just... Like, it's only a 90% chance, which is my biggest complaint. Otherwise, worst come to worst, this would be an awesome thing for a healer. You have both Breath, Holy Breath, and even Recuria, as well as a couple damage spells. Okay.
Come back soon.
That's all we can get because we are out of money. Nothing across from us. They have this listed as storage. Wow, that's a mess. Same things as the other floors. Oh, Reen. Just making sure the ship's equipment is all in order. Yeah, and getting ready to head to Lunar Shrine. Gwen, I know I've said this before, but great work on the Courageous 2 operations. And Ferris, it sounds like you, Patrick, and the others helped out quite a bit. Well, only a little. I was just acting as a representative for our sponsors. Handling Schmidt's unreasonable demands is exhausting work. Right. I'm just glad you two made it through okay. And I guess my mother and Sharon are safe too. Elisa? That stupid daughter of mine, and going as far as to involve Schmidt. Also, Franz is completely... I mean, what the hell was with him? Forget it, I'm sorry, Elisa. It's okay, Grandfather. I'll also prepare myself for the worst for some time now. He's almost like a different person, even though he looks just like Father, but I'm prepared to face him. You know, you've really gotten a lot stronger, Elisa. Yeah, it seems like you've really been making strides alongside Reen and the others from Class 7. Hold on a minute, Ferris. Wouldn't it be more accurate to say alongside Reen and just end it there? Oh my, yes, that does sound better. Hey, Ferris, what is this about? I don't really know the particulars, but I think someone might be in denial about something. Guessing it's Elisa. Grandfather, Ferris, can both of you please stop the speculation? Alright, alright. Anyway, so it looks like you'll be on the ship for the time being, Gwen, but Ferris, you said you'd be heading down? Yes, I'm going back to Ortis. I need to speak with my brother about something. We're nearing final act, so I'd like to give my best to Governor Regnus as well. Okay, I'd be happy to help you out any way I can. You would do well to accomplish what you must first. And the cat just nicked the microphone. Okay. Together with Reen and those from Class 7, I trust that's one thing you won't ever waver on. Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Ferris. Let's both do our best. And let's show some pride as former members of Thor's Lacrosse Club. You got it. That's true friendship. Right, I'm glad she's got such a good friend. What about you, Reen? How are things with you and Elisa right now? That's, Grandfather? I'll be returning to Ortis checking on my family. With final act seemingly upon us, I believe I would like to give my regards to Governor Regnus as well. Everything will be on the line in what's to come, Reigns. We both will need to rise to the occasion. Agreed, and I intend to.
Thanks for watching.
I'm very pleased I managed to deliver the Courageous 2 to you. The mountain of problems still remains, but we'll get over that one step at a time. It seems almost everyone in my family has a secret agenda of their own. If you're considering joining it, then you best be prepared for trouble, Reign. Grandpa, Reign, just don't, please. I feel much better when Ferris is here with me. She's way too perceptive, though. Is that all I mean to say? Okay, we'll talk to them in a second. Bellamar remains still and empty. Bellamar, Milliam, we finally reached a point where everyone can let their guard down for a bit. We made it through without incident. All that's left now is to see this rivalry through to the end. There's the trial before that, too. Failure is not an option. Thanks for your help, you guys. Ordine, how are you finding the Courageous 2? I couldn't ask for more. Understand that always being in flight means I consume a significant amount of mana. The Meisters are excellent as well. I'm grateful to be able to rest in such a calm and relaxing place. That's great. Still, may I ask you to lend us a hand again in the future? Let's make it through the rivalries together. By all means. Rean, Elliot and Mint and Kenneth?
Sup, Green? Glad to see you're doing okay. But I knew there was nothing to worry about. You guys are pretty much invincible.
I'll have to agree with you there. By the way, Reen, are you still keeping up with your fishing? I've been hearing about guardians appearing all over the place.
Well, maybe I'll have you fill me in then. But I know that Mint helped the branch campus. You helped with the Courageous too, right, Kenneth? Well, I did travel around all over Erebonia while investigating fish ecosystems. Guess I did help in that I shared the information I was able to acquire with His Highness and everyone. I see, it sounds just like you. Thors really does produce all types of people, doesn't it? For sure, the occasional musical prodigy even. Well, prodigy might be going a bit far. Seems like you really improved your technical skills while in Liberal, Mint. And you were involved in the construction of the Courageous too. Well, I was allowed to join in on some already finished equipment, you could say. Professor Russell experiences extreme television when focusing on research, but he wasn't overly strict when it came to minor mistakes. Working for him was pretty easy in that sense, just like Professor Schmidt. I think you might be the only person who'd say that working under Professor Schmidt is easy. Mint's a pretty big deal too. Okay, we get the Kenneth and Mint notes. Kenneth and Mint are the same as always. I'd expect nothing less, honestly. Sorry I didn't reach out earlier. I can help you out while I travel around the continent investigating aquatic ecosystems. I'll do whatever I can gain help from Annabelle, my father, and the Fisherman's Guild whenever possible. Wish I knew where I'll keep my fingers crossed.
You sure do like this, huh, Reen? Tight lines out. You sure do like this, huh, Reen? Tight lines out there.
So yeah, we still have to find some guardians. Seriously, I'm so glad we made it on time. Learning 20 of those new XGO5s really made all the difference. Even it's pretty heartbreaking what happened to Val. But the important thing is we got him and Milliam back. Well, Sword Milliam. Either way, they're back, and that's good. I'm gonna do everything I can to help out and get us through all this. I appreciate it, Mint. Glad we have you looking out for the both of them. Happy to do it. I'm going to get straight to work on Val now. Oh, and I can't forget about our new pal, Ordy. I take it Ordy is Ordine. Mint does love her nicknames. So...
Alrighty, let's begin!
I don't have enough U materials to make more than one of these. I value speed. Well, I'm not gonna lie, 15 crit is not really anything to sneeze at.
Huh? Done already?
Oh right, we have to insert it through her. So yeah, they're still really, really slow.
Alrighty, let's begin!
Nothing
See you
good.
later!
Jeez, her voice is so high-pitched. So, only thing left to do is head to the bridge. I think I'm going to stop here. I'm gonna get something to eat since I've been at this for 2 hours, and then I'll be back and move forward with the storyline. So I'll see you guys there. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.